Okay. Now what you can see is the thank you slide, which means this will be the last session for entrepreneurship development. We have been finished almost all the points from this unit. Only one or two points are remaining, which will be covered in today's class. Yeah. Any doubt? ठीक है. 1 second. ठीक है. So this was what we discussed. The if you remember opportunities at the bottom of the pyramid. Now what is the concept of bottom of the pyramid? Majority of the population lies at the bottom, which means a large target group for the entrepreneur, for the marketer to tap. And as we move up in that triangle, up in the pyramid, slowly and steadily the number gets reduced. But the people who are at the top, they have got more money than the people at the bottom. That is what we saw. That is the concept. So the ones who wish to start their business, the organizations or the companies from developed as well as developing countries, that is why are basically targeting these people, lower middle class or maybe the poorest section of the society, because that forms the largest section of the population overall. So this was the concept. Now we are starting with what opportunities we have in various such sectors. So one such sector is this social sector. One second, I'm just okay. So one such sector is this social sector. So what opportunities we have? We'll quickly discuss the opportunities. Am I audible clearly to you?
Yeah,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All right. All right. Earlier, the social service was considered as an activity to fulfill the community service. How the approach towards social service was earlier, that we used to consider this social service as the activity to fulfill the community service. Since we want to work towards our community, so that was the approach towards delivering the social services, something we want to do for the community. And to receive a certificate to boost your resume. So this was what our approach earlier. That it was, if you remember, like when I was in my college, we had this pulse polio campaign. So Rotary Club and these organizations, they used to run these pulse polio campaign. I guess it used to be on Sundays. So maybe I remember once in a month or maybe twice in a month or something, that campaign overall used to take place. So they used to require volunteers who can occupy the places at all the railway stations and bus stops. Even they used to require people matlab nurses and all were definitely used to be there, but to assist them they used to require the volunteers. So this was one such way of providing the services to the community, and in return of that, you we used to proudly say that even we participated in that pulse polio campaign. You know, if you remember, Amitabh Bachchan used to promote that campaign. So this was what our approach. There was this hidden we can say motive in our mind कि मुझे कुछ तो इस तरह से काम करके एक सर्टिफिकेट लेना है, सो दैट वो एक मेरे रेज्यूमे पे एक एडेड चीज हो जाएगी. But how the scenario today? Today it is viewed as the end goal itself for variety of reasons. Now we can see there are many people who are considering this uh, becoming social entrepreneur. They are seriously taking this as a career option, which includes qualitative paybacks, job satisfaction, and of course the happiness quotient. Now, why reason people are moving or people are looking at social services as something they can begin, something they can start their career as. This gives us lot of satisfaction. Our happiness quotient is quite high when we do it. Now, definitely, you and I, if we are motivated, if we look or if we take this thing, one second. Huh? So, obviously, people who take or who look at serving the society seriously, they are leaving all the best career options and high paying jobs. They are leaving this and they are seriously thinking of moving towards working as social entrepreneur. So what options we have or what opportunity this social sector is giving us? So you get volunteering opportunities or the jobs which involve field work. So maybe you work in an NGO, you become a volunteer. Like I gave you the example of Pulse Polio campaign where you are just monitoring, you are क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग, you can figure out who the lady or what is that family who is carrying the infants or let's say the toddlers who are below the age of 5. You can go to them, you can tell them, you can ask them, have you done the vaccine, that pulse polio, this thing for your child or not. So if she or whatever the family person says no, then you can take them to your booth and just have that drop inserted in their mouth and is tarah se. So this is what is volunteering. So you are monitoring how the overall uh, this that movement or that campaign is going and you involve yourself in that field work. Another very good example of this would be those blood donation camps which are being organized. So you can volunteer them, you can just fulfill the gap by making the things available, by calming down the people, by helping out the nurses and the people who are conducting it. So volunteering opportunities are there. Maybe another opportunity is finding an organization that aligns with your values and vision. Suppose you are quite in the favor of working for the women who are uneducated or maybe who are widow or maybe the who belong to the poorest section of the society. They have got no means to earn the livelihood. So that becomes your vision. You want to work in this direction, so maybe the opportunity lies in finding the organization which is working and getting associated with them. Try partnering with an organization with variety of opportunities to experience projects across causes and demographics. So there are a lot of the opportunities. People, the society is really in need of such social entrepreneurs, and if somebody is seriously in thinking of starting this as the career option, then you have got lots and lots of opportunities. You can work as a volunteer, you can work as a counselor, you can actually go and work on field, you can just work as somebody who is motivating people to opt for the services. There are n number of jobs. Maybe you can get associated with a hospital or maybe with old age home, orphanage, senior citizens problems are there. So lots of such opportunities are there. Definitely high happiness quotient of those people who really feel from bottom of their heart that I want to work. Lots of opportunities are now available, and the viewpoint of people also towards the ones who want to start working as social entrepreneur, that is also slowly and steadily changing. Moving further, the opportunities which are arising out of digitization, the thing which we are currently experiencing. So this online learning is also the output of digitization. So what opportunities we have, the budding entrepreneurs have out of this digitization? So this digital transformation is having a wide ranging impact on business environment. Yes, we agree, because of digitalization or because of digital transformation, many such things are happening. Maybe sad part is we are losing on some of the jobs, but good thing is we are also getting an opportunity to serve our customers in more novel ways, more different ways. So this scenario creates both opportunities also and challenges as well. So as I said, that sad part is many such traditional jobs, they now don't exist. But then good part is many such innovative or different kind of jobs are also uh, nowadays are upcoming because of digitization. Good example is Swiggy and Zomato. So we never thought, as usually we have discussed this many a times, we have discussed this example. Earlier also we used to order food. There is a restaurant which is nearby to our place, our home. We used to take the menu card, we used to dial, and we used to get the food delivered at our place. Now also the same thing is happening, but then that is not the restaurant which is nearby. Maybe we can order something from the restaurant which is maybe 5 kilometer or 10 kilometers away. Specifically, if we are fond of a particular restaurant or outlet, we can straight away order without going there. The things are getting delivered at our doorstep. So we are creating such opportunities, and challenging part is we are losing also on the platform, on the traditional jobs which were there earlier. Interrelated trends such as e-commerce, big data, machine learning, artificial intelligence, IoT, these are leading to large productivity gains for the economy. However, disruptions to the existing business and social models as well as the established markets will disrupt the lives of millions of citizens. So we can see that because of advent of these trends, IoT and AI, it is actually helping us gain the productivity. We are getting lots of insights into our customers. For example, now when I am applying the machine learning models, or with the help of artificial intelligence, I can play with data. I can look at the data from various such angles, so I can get more insights about the behavior of my consumers, which helps me out in serving them in a better way. So it is leading, this transformation or digitization is leading towards increase in productivity. However, disruptions to the existing business and social models as well as the established models will disrupt the lives of millions of citizens. We also see that at the same time many such jobs are jobs of, let's say, the associate or executives, entry level jobs, they will no longer be in existence. Now we can see that the latest development is with the help of robot, maybe even an operation can be performed. So we are not needing doctors also for some of the things, maybe a robot is performing it on the patients. So eventually those small क्या बोलते हैं, those small छोटे छोटे surgeries जो होते हैं which are being performed by the general practitioners, probably one day we'll have that you just go to a specialized clinic and all those small surgeries are being performed by the robot. So एक तरह से अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्रिएट होंगे एट द सेम टाइम दिस, because of this social models and business, lot of this progress in terms of digitization, many such jobs will also get disruptive. Getting it? Another option which we have is franchising. Now what is franchising? We have learned this. This is also called as a turnkey business, is where a company, this company, we call this company as a franchisor. Now this is again a kind of opportunity available to an entrepreneur. So we, that is what we are seeing, opportunities which exist in social sector, opportunities arising because of digitization. Another platform which is available for entrepreneur is this franchising. Okay, Vittal, one second, huh? What has Vittal, what happened?
No, ma'am.
We are Umakant, sorry, Umakant. Yes, Umakant, you raised your hand. You wanted to ask me something.
No, ma'am. Wrong me.
Sorry, Umakant, मला ऐकू नाही येते.
No, ma'am. No issues.
Fine, fine. So, shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right. So, this franchising is one such platform which is available to an entrepreneur to begin with this venture. Now, we have heard, we use also this term. So, the term is quite familiar to us. So, what it is? This is also known as a turnkey business where there is a company, we call this company as franchisor, which grants the license to another person or business which is known as franchisee. So, the company जो कि एस्टेब्लिश्ड है विच इज ऑलरेडी इनटू द बिजनेस विच इज ऑलरेडी इनटू द मार्केट जो कि एक नोन चेहरा है सबके लिए हमारे तुम्हारे लिए सबके लिए एक नोन चेहरा होता है दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ फ्रेंचाइजर कंपनी तो ये कंपनी इट ग्रांट्स द लाइसेंस टू अनदर पर्सन और बिजनेस सो दिस कंपनी इज गिविंग अभी लाइसेंस ग्रांट करना मतलब क्या है परमिशन देना हमें जब आरटीओ से लाइसेंस मिलता है मतलब वी आर ऑथोराइज हमें परमिशन मिली है टू ड्राइव अ 4 व्हीलर और अ 2 व्हीलर गेटिंग इट सो लाइसेंस मिलना मतलब हमको परमिशन मिलना किनको हमको मतलब मे बी टू पर्सन और टू अ बिजनेस तो इनको हम बोलेंगे फ्रेंचाइजी तो इनको किस चीज की परमिशन मिली है टू यूज द फ्रेंचाइजर्स प्रोडक्ट्स नेम बिजनेस मॉडल तो हम फ्रेंचाइजर के प्रोडक्ट रख सकते हैं सो इफ यू जनरल स्टोर में अगर देखेंगे या फिर लेट्स टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ क्या बोलेंगे हम सपोज हाँ ठीक है वही सेम एग्जांपल ऑफ अ जनरल स्टोर नाउ दैट पर्सन कीप्स ओनली अमूल आइसक्रीम्स और लेट्स से अमूल के है मदर डेयरी के है अरुण आइसक्रीम है तो ही इज ही हैज गॉट द फ्रेंचाइजी ऑफ दीज प्रोडक्ट्स तो इनके अलावा उनके पास दूसरे कोई आइसक्रीम्स नहीं होते व्हेन यू आस्क टू अ पर्सन कि मुझे अमूल आइसक्रीम लेना है हमारे एरिया में विच इज दैट वेंडर हु कीप्स अमूल आइसक्रीम्स तो यू विल probably the person will say your area has got that ABC shop that is our authorized शोरूम नहीं बोलेंगे ऑथराइज्ड शॉप तो आपको अमूल के सारे प्रोडक्ट्स वहां पे मिल जाएंगे सो हियर यू आर कीपिंग योर फ्रेंचाइजर्स हाँ जिनसे हमें परमिशन मिली है उनके प्रोडक्ट्स रख रहे हैं इन सम केसेस यू कैन ऑल्सो यूज द नेम यूज करना वी सी नेचुरल आइसक्रीम्स we see that it is spread at many such places बराबर है so they are using the name of the franchisor as well as the business model अभी business model मतलब उनके सब products है they are exactly following the way they are selling their products taste wise appearance wise sub wise you will find that it is uniform the products are uniform the outlets are resembling with each other similar resemblance है मतलब एक जैसे ही दिखते हैं they'll go for the same kind of promotion pamphlets भी वैसे ही होते हैं so for us हमारे लिए it is one company but that company has spread its location or spread its outlet across city ठीक है सो ये भी एक वे होता है हमारे पास वी कैन स्टार्ट द ऑपरेशंस तो इनके लिए व्हाट बेनिफिट द फ्रेंचाइजर इज गेटिंग इन कंसिडरेशन ऑफ फ्रेंचाइजी पेइंग अ फी तो जब हम उनसे लाइसेंस ले रहे हैं हमको वो लाइसेंस के बदले में कुछ तो देना है एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज अ फी This fee often includes initial startup fee as well as percentage of sales earned by the franchisee. So this initial startup fee meaning a lump sum amount we have to pay to the franchisor, to the company. Along with this startup fee, also the percentage of sales earned by the franchisee we have to give so maybe monthly sale of this outlet of mine is let's say 50,000 or let's say 1 lakh of rupees so the percentage of sales is already been decided that 2% 5% whatever sale happens 5% out of it you have to pay me as or you have to pay me this is what the terms and conditions which are fixed between franchisor and franchisee ठीक है so this is what is called as franchising ठीक है समझ में आ रहा है आगे चलते हैं तो अभी व्हाट आर द एडवांटेजेस ऑफ दिस टाइप ऑफ अरेंजमेंट. अभी एडवांटेजेस दोनों के लिए हम देखेंगे, डिसएडवांटेजेस भी दोनों के लिए. बहुत ही सिंपल है, जस्ट बाय लिसनिंग टू इट वील अंडरस्टैंड. तो फ्रेंचाइजर जो कंपनी है, उनको इससे क्या एडवांटेज हो रहा है? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, दिस इज अ ग्रेट वे टू एक्सपैंड योर बिजनेस विदाउट इनकरिंग एडिशनल कॉस्ट ऑन एक्सपेंशन. अभी मानो तुम, वी आर ऑलरेडी इनटू सम काइंड ऑफ बिजनेस, नाउ वी वांट टू एक्सपैंड, एक के दो दुकान अभी करने. नाउ यू थिंक दैट व्हाई नॉट स्टार्ट समथिंग न्यू. So this becomes a great way to expand because you just have to copy the format. You don't have to create anything. You don't have to search for vendors or maybe the suppliers. You don't have to now think, what can I start? All these things are being taken care of. You just have to approach the person. You just have to approach the person. You have to get things fixed between you and the franchisor. You pay him the necessary fees and you can decide the other terms and conditions and you can start your business. So this proves to be a great way to expand because all expenses of selling are borne by the franchisee. Whatever expenses are of selling are there, these expenses are being borne by the franchisee. हम तुम वो उठा लेते वो खर्चे. This further helps in building a brand name, increasing goodwill and reaching more customers. That is what, when we want to expand, this becomes, or this happens to be a good way or a better option because you are already into the business, you want to expand. So the same set of customers you can target and for them you become the, क्या बोलते हैं, since you are established, they can on your goodwill they come to your franchisee outlet and this way they give you business. Now what advantage this option gives to franchisee, मतलब जो ये फ्रेंचाइजी या फिर ये एजेंसी ले रहा है, इनको क्या एडवांटेजेस है? The franchisee can use franchising to start a business on a pre-established brand name of the franchisor. So you get a ready-made brand name. Just have to say to them that even I want to become the one who will run your business. As a result, the franchisee can predict his success and reduce risk of failure. अभी जिन to whom we are going to approach, we know them very well because that is already into the business. So you can very well predict his success, how that business would be, and you can also reduce the risk of failure because the franchisor is already running so many franchisee outlets. Furthermore, the franchisee also does not need to spend money on training and assistance because franchisor is providing all these things. हमें सिर्फ फी भरनी है, रेस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स आर बीइंग टेकन केयर ऑफ. सेटअप के बारे में, ट्रेनिंग के बारे में, रिगार्डिंग द ओवरऑल लुक एंड फील ऑफ द आउटलेट, training the salespeople, the other staff, maybe developing a supply chain for your outlet. Everything is that franchisor's responsibility who takes care of it. Another advantage, sometimes franchisee may get exclusive rights to sell franchisors product within an area. So if your business is doing really well, so you may get exclusive rights to sell the products. So if some other person or other outlet wants to purchase, then he has to come to you for getting it. So rather than going to the franchisor, you become a middleman here and you serve the other franchisees as well. You get to know the business techniques and trade secrets of the brand. So learning भी हो जाता है. But इसके साथ साथ disadvantages ये है, the most basic disadvantage is that the franchisee, he does not possess direct control over the sale of the products. As a result, its own goodwill can suffer if the franchisor does not maintain quality standards. You have got no role to play in terms of manufacturing the products, in terms of selling it. You just have to be a platform where the franchisor is selling it to another set of customers. मानो एक कोई कंपनी है विच इज इन हड़पसर, एक कोई छोटी मोटी दुकान है. Now that Hadapsar दुकान wants to expand its operations across Pune. Now I staying in Baner, suppose I opt for this franchisee thing. So for that Hadapsar person, Baner becomes the area of expansion. What if the products are not up to the mark? Definitely, since I have started this shop, my goodwill will definitely be at risk, right? क्योंकि the person that franchisee or franchisor is in Hadapsar, but the people who are staying in that area who know me personally, for them it is not that franchisor but it is me, because I am selling. They assume that it is what I am manufacturing and selling for them. Moreover, franchisee even leak the franchisors secrets to rival. तो ये भी एक चीज होती है, ट्रेड सीक्रेट्स रिवील भी हो सकते हैं. वट एवर दी क्या बोलते हैं अंदर की जो बातें हैं, दोज कैन बी लीक्ड टू दी राइवल्स. It also involves ongoing costs of providing maintenance assistance and training on the franchisor. So इसमें cost is also involved, that continuously that product upgradation or any technological changes जो भी franchisor के end से होते हैं, those expenses are ongoing. कुछ ना कुछ निकलता ही रहता है. तो ये हो गया फ्रेंचाइजर के लिए. डिसएडवांटेजेस टू फ्रेंचाइजी, एम आई क्लियर टू यू? ठीक है ना? ओके. सो डिसएडवांटेजेस टू द फ्रेंचाइजी, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल नो फ्रेंचाइजी हैज कंप्लीट कंट्रोल. यस, ये तो हमने देखा है. ही इज जस्ट यूजिंग द नेम बट ही इज नॉट ओनिंग एनीथिंग देयर. ही ऑलवेज हैव टू अडेयर to the policies and conditions of franchisor. मुझे उनके ही हिसाब से within their parameter I have to work. Another disadvantage, he always has to pay some royalty to the franchisor on routine basis. In some cases he may even have to share his profit with the franchisor, and that is what the terms and conditions of this option. All right. Now, when we want to buy an existing business, another option available to the entrepreneur, franchising देखा, social sector देखा, digitization से opportunities देखी. अभी option is एक franchisee हो गया. Another option is जो business already exist कर रहा है उसको खरीदना. So what questions we can ask? Is this the right type of business for sale in the market where we want to operate? So these are some questions which we ask to ourselves. क्या ये right business है? What experience do you have in this particular business and industry? So if your background is different, let's say if I'm a person, maybe a first generation entrepreneur who come from the सर्विस सेक्टर फैमिली. मेरे घराने में सब लोग सर्विस ही कर रहे हैं, बट आई एम द फर्स्ट वन हु वांट्स टू इनिशिएट द एंटरप्रेन्योरियल वेंचर. तो I don't have as such the prior experience of carrying out business. So that becomes something I need to ask myself. How critical is experience in business you ultimately succeed? So if I have some experience, relevant experience, so how critical, important कितना है, क्या मेरा रोल था वो बिजनेस को जानने में. What price and payment methods are reasonable for you and acceptable to the seller? सो क्रेडिट देना है या फिर 15 days क्रेडिट है, 2 months, 3 months क्रेडिट है, मे बी द ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी विच इज रिक्वायर्ड. सो विच वन इज सूटेबल एंड रीजनेबल? नाउ व्हाट आर द एडवांटेजेस ऑफ बाइंग अ रेडीमेड बिजनेस? इट मे कंटिन्यू टू बी सक्सेसफुल. जो ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्ट कर रहा था वो बिजनेस अगर हम खरीदते, इफ इट इज सक्सेसफुल, दैट सक्सेस विल बी कंटिन्यूड. It may already have the best location. The location of that business is already the best suited. Employees and suppliers are established. You get a good, well-connected suppliers, as well as the people who are working. They are also quite experienced one. Equipments are already installed. You get a ready-made setup. So these are some of the advantages which come because of this ready-made setup. Disadvantages could be it's a loser. It may not be successful. That is why it is selling and that is why you are purchasing. So कुछ loss हुआ होगा, that is why he is selling. Previous owner may have created ill will, मतलब कुछ नाम खराब हुआ होगा. So that can be the possibility, that is why he wants to sell off. Inherited employees may be unsuitable. जो employees ये business, because I am purchasing, buying the existing one, the the setup also has got the employees. Inherited मतलब जो चलते आ रहे हैं, जब वो who were working earlier for that organization, now since you have taken it over, they will work for you. So those set of employees may be unsuitable, they are not fitting. Maybe the location is unsatisfactory, that is why he is selling, or the equipments are obsolete, purane ho gaye. So these are some of the possible causes, advantages and disadvantages of buying an existing property. Now we have got to learn critical risk, um, critical risk contingencies of the proposal. So let us understand what these critical risk contingencies are. अभी risk assessment and contingency planning is the process of determining the risk the business faces and what it must do if those risks are realized. Now imagine you are going on for a vacation of, let's say, 10-15 days. So kind of preparation our mother does. Maybe she takes all the necessary, जो भी clothes वोट्स लगने वाले कहाँ जा रहे उस हिसाब से it will suffice the need. बराबर. So along with these clothes, she is also thinking about what medicines to carry. She's also thinking about first aid box. She's also thinking about क्या बोलते हैं, what gifts to give to your relatives if they are accompanying you. So meaning we are determining the, अभी यहाँ पे risk कुछ नहीं है, बट फर्स्ट एड बॉक्स या मेडिसिन इज डेफिनेटली अ रिस्क कि अगर हम बीमार पड़ते हैं तो फिर क्या. So she is assuming, she is determining here that what possible risk the business can face and what we must do if those risks are realized. अगर मस्कीटो बाइट की वजह से कुछ हो जाता है, then what should I carry? If I fall sick because of maybe indigestion, then what can I do? So she is assuming them and accordingly she is preparing herself. So this is nothing but critical risk contingency. You are assuming the risk and accordingly you are working on it. Every business needs a risk management plan. Whenever we are starting, we need to have risk management plan. Whether it is like as simple as purchasing the insurance, or maybe complex like requiring a risk manager to execute it. It can be simple or it can be complex, but then we need to have, the business needs to have a risk management plan. Risk assessment and risk contingency planning, what it is process of determining the risk the business is facing and what we should do if those risks are realized. अगर वो चीजें आती है हमारे सामने, जैसे before rainy season we usually the people, they usually have those blue colored tadpatris planted on the rooftop, so that these monsoon, if it is hitting badly, is being taken care of. बहुत बारिश हो रही है तो उसके अगेंस्ट प्रोटेक्शन के लिए such measures are being implemented. So this is part of risk assessment and contingency planning. So what are the steps here? What एक तरीका है to start with this risk management and contingency planning. Since it is not possible to plan for every possible emergency, definitely it happens that हर इमरजेंसी के लिए हम प्लान नहीं कर सकते. Most businesses they identify those they are most likely to face. सबसे ज्यादा मैं क्या फेस कर सकती हूँ, that I assume, and those that will cause them the most if they come to pass. और वो खर्चे जो मुझे बहुत ज्यादा मेरे जेब को जिससे फटका लग सकता है, आई एम थिंकिंग अबाउट दोज. आई एम ऑल्सो थिंकिंग अबाउट दोज आई कैन थिंक ऑफ, जिनके बारे में मैं सोच सकती हूँ और जिनके वजह से मुझे बहुत बड़ा नुकसान हो सकता है, विच इज गोइंग टू रियली कॉस्ट मी अ लॉट. आई एम थिंकिंग अबाउट दैट. So it has got some steps. Fine. So the first step here is determining the quantity and level of risk the business is facing. You are determining the kind of risk and the level of risk and the quantity amount, कितने पैमाने पे हम लोग ये फेस करने वाले हैं एंड एट व्हाट लेवल, मॉडरेट लेवल, नो, हाई रिस्क ऑफ फेसिंग लॉसेस और मे बी एवरेज, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं. So you identify the threats the business is going to face, whether those threats can be the human threats, operational one, financial, environmental, political, procedural, technical, project based. So you try to analyze क्या environmental changes की वजह से कुछ affect होगा या फिर कुछ man-made है, internal है ना, external environment, internal environment. So you try to judge it. Next step here is, once you identify, the business can decide what it will do with the risk it faces. Now you identify that from what all possible places you can face it. So after understanding those places, you try to find out solution कि कैसे इनको मैं face कर सकती हूँ. So we have got some approaches to risk which are, क्या क्या है वो approach? 4 basic approaches to risk are risk avoidance, reduction, sharing or transfer, and retention. So avoidance meaning you are not doing that project or that task that will bring the business into contact with the risk. So we are simply avoiding, हम नहीं करने वाले वो चीजें जो कि करने से हमें कुछ नुकसान हो सकता है. Risk reduction meaning putting the procedures into the place that will make the risk less likely to occur. So this mosquito repellent is nothing but risk reduction. In case the mosquitoes attack, so with the help of that repellent, at least you can reduce the number of attackers. So this is what is putting the procedures. You are putting in place the procedures which will make the risk less likely to occur. होने से थोड़ा हम उसका इंटेंसिटी या उसका रेशो कम करेंगे. Risk sharing or transfer means buying insurance to cover the losses or outsourcing the task so that someone else bears the burden of risk. So ये risk share करना, transfer. If something happens badly to me, suppose I am the bread earner of the family, if something happens to me, then what we can do? So we can have the insurance protection, so the losses will be at least being taken care of. All right. So this is what is risk sharing or transferring. Risk retention is the process of accepting the possibility of loss and budgeting to cover. So हम मान के चलते हैं कि लॉस होने ही वाला है, तो उसके लिए यू गो फॉर प्रोविजंस. ऑलराइट. सो दिस इज हाउ रिस्क असेसमेंट के बाद हम लोग ये डिसाइड करते हैं कि रिस्क अगर आती है तो हम क्या करेंगे. सो अप्रोचेस है हमारे पास, दिस 4 अप्रोचेस. Now, if a business decides to mitigate or accept the risk, अगर हम जब डिसाइड करते हैं कि चलो जो भी होगा हम देखेंगे, so we will benefit by having a contingency plan in place to deal with the situation. Contingency plan meaning कुछ तो टैकल करने के लिए हमारे पास जो भी ऑप्शंस है, those are called as contingency plan. This can range from the fire evacuation plan. फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर्स होते हैं, सो दिस इज द कंटिंजेंसी प्लान. आग लगने से रोकना हमारे हाथ में नहीं है. ऑलराइट. बट इफ वी कैच फायर, then at least we are equipped with the elements, with these equipments which will help us reduce the intensity. तो फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर से एटलीस्ट मैं उसको कंट्रोल कर सकती हूँ. सो ये हमारा होता है कंटिंजेंसी प्लान क्रिएट करना. आफ्टर दैट, next step is business needs to review their plans occasionally to make sure that they are up to date and they tackle any such risk equipment. So this is called as evaluation. So we need to review our plans occasionally. जो भी fire extinguishers जो होते हैं उनका रेगुलर मेंटेनेंस, आर दे वर्किंग प्रॉपरली और नॉट, ये मैं एक पीरियोडिकली रिव्यू करती हूँ, जस्ट टू एंश्योर दैट दे आर अप टू डेट. अगर आग लगती है तो ऐसा नहीं, अरे यार इसमें तो आई डिड नॉट रिफिल द वट एवर द सोल्यूशन वॉज, सो नाउ इट इज नॉट वर्किंग. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. इफ दोज पाइप्स आर देयर, नो, पानी अगर मुझे उस पे डालना है then I need to go for that drill, fire drill, occasionally, periodically. So just to come to know that all the equipments are in place. Getting it? They should also evaluate, जो भी इसके planners है, contingency plan create करने वाले, they should evaluate their plans after an emergency occurs to ensure that the plan worked the way it was supposed to, and they make any needed adjustment. So we need to evaluate कि अगर इमरजेंसी आती है तो हाउ इट विल वर्क, एंड देन any adjustments are to be needed are being done. So this is about entrepreneurship development. We have completed all the 5 units. I'll share PPTs for all the 5 units with Anand sir. Sir will give it to you. In case you need to ask me anything, you can contact me. I had really a nice time enjoying and interacting with you all. Since the platform was online, so we never had the chance to personally, physically meet and have the interactive session. But still, because of you people, some of you were really good in terms of interaction. You used to uh, ask me some questions, we used to solve the doubts. So, overall, it was a nice experience chatting with you all. So, all the very best for your examinations, first semester examinations. Do well. Uh, Even though it's an MCQ one, but I would suggest you to read the material because सिर्फ एग्जाम्स ही नहीं है. We want to learn lot of such things which will definitely help in shaping our career. So don't look at the subjects from only the examination point of view or clearing the exams point of view. Look at them from learning. इससे हमें कुछ सीखना है which will be with us throughout our career. So ये approach लेके you learn the things. All right. So I'll take your leave now. You enjoy your day and have a nice um, semesters which are upcoming. All the very best for your course. MBA के लिए भी बहुत सारी शुभकामनाएं मेरी तरफ से. We'll end our session here itself today. See you and have a great day. Have a great night ahead. Fine?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we'll
Thank you,
stop
ma'am.
our session here today. All the
Thank you,
best
ma'am.
and bye bye.
Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.